Hello there, cheeky potatoes. It's finally here. My workout video will be in the next one because this is a sort of mobility-ish. It's not even my full routine yet. But anyway, don't forget to like the video if you actually enjoyed the video, and also to subscribe because I would really like to see you back here, and it would just be a fun time. I've got a Q&A that I'm doing at the moment as well, so please leave me a question if you would like to know anything about me. If you would like a more detailed workout in either of the workout or the mobility, then just let me know and I'll try and get that filmed for you. I mean, I was very, very lucky on this day. The gym wasn't as busy as it normally is, but now it's getting like even more busier than this. It's just getting crazy in there, but I'll see what I can do. So for the mobility-ish part of the video, you're going to see mostly what I do for my lower body. I do things for my upper body, they're just not recorded, and it's obviously changed now. It changes quite a lot just because of the issues that I do have, and I'm always finding new ones, but I'm still doing these actually, and I've just added new things onto it. I really hope you enjoy the video. Maybe if you're experiencing some hip problems or leg problems, you can try these out and let me know what you think, or if you have any questions about them, then just ask me down in the comments down below. So a quick disclaimer for you, I'm not a personal trainer. I have been shown how to do some of the things by my trainer, and the other part of them are things that I've researched myself and then asked my trainer about, but I have been going to the gym for over 2 years now. So if you are a beginner, then I'll just really make sure that you do your research, or make sure you ask someone that knows about fitness if you're not sure what's going on. You can also ask me a question down below and I can send you a link with more details of how to do each thing. So on this part of the video, you might be able to see that I've just got a hockey ball. You can use something smaller like a golf ball if you've done this often, and it's really to take tension, so it's part of like ankle mobility. So it's rolling out the tibialis anterior, and you can rotate your foot in circles, as you'll see. And obviously if you're doing this on one leg, basically just do it on both sides. Everything you should do it on both, really. So here I'm just using the ball just above my glute area, so that area for me is very, very tight. As you know, I've got very weak glutes, so this is a great area to massage out, and actually being on your back, you're putting a lot of weight onto there, so it's really good for just getting into that area because it's quite a tricky one to roll out anyway. So I definitely recommend that you try it, especially like maybe before you're doing squats, like if you're going to do stretches after, and definitely for deadlifting as well. I'm just trying to roll out my piriformis in this part of the video, but obviously as you can see that's not really the correct way to do it. It's still okay to get into the tissues that way, but a more effective way is to kind of get your leg across the floor and then let it just go down the floor and up. So pretending this is your piriformis like here, and so the ball will thread through the muscle, and I'll link you a video for that down below. Here I'm just using a foam roller. If you're new to using this on your calves, quads, then you'll definitely need to spend a lot longer than what I am on here, because I have been doing it for a very long time, but my quads get tight so easily, especially on a day where I've done cardio, and the next day if I'll go to the gym just to do weights, it will be very tight. I'm also a quad dominant person as well, so definitely take care of this area. And you can also use a barbell near the groin area, like where the top of your quad is, which is really useful, that I use when it is very tight. For my adductors, you can see that I'm probably not rolling it out the best way, but now I would just do it so if the foam roller was here and this was my foot, I would just bring it up and down like that. But just on the video here, it's still getting into the tissues, but there's a lot better way to do that as well. So if you have mega tight calves or ankles, then this is the one for you. Just getting a dumbbell in that area to really smash the tissues. It's less of a surface area, so a foam roller isn't going to do a lot just because you can't get a lot of weight onto a foam roller. Maybe if you're starting and you have extremely tight calves, but otherwise this is great, especially if you're just going to do anything with your legs basically, because you want your ankle mobility to be really good for your squats and deadlifts to get into the best positions possible. So again, you'll see me rotating my foot around, and that just gets into the muscle tissue really nicely, to be honest. And sometimes I take the dumbbell quite far up the calf as well, but it works really good on those areas that you just can't get into with a foam roller. You might be wondering what's going on here, but I'm just using a kettlebell handle in my groin area because that's where my tissues, where my left hip is, were very tight. I'm still working on it, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was just because I have been using this. At the beginning it can be very painful, but again, if you want to see more details about this, then I'd say check out Shane Dowd's video, I'll link it below. But it's just been so helpful in getting rid of tightness in that area that's like impossible to get into with a foam roller. You can't quite see on here, but this is my quad stretch. That's quite harsh, I would say. Normally you'd see people doing this standing up. The wall works really well because you've got something to push against, and just make sure that your pelvis is tucked under. So some people's backs might be arched like that, but you really want it to be really straight. And when the pelvis is tucked under, you can really feel it stretching out your quad. And you just want to make sure that you hold this for like I would say about 2 minutes on each side. This is the internal and external rotation stretches that I have been doing. I've still been doing them with a band, and it's basically to pull the hip, take it in a place that it's just to unlock it from being so stuck everywhere, basically. And so you can see that the first one is for external rotation, and you really want to make sure that you feel a deep pressure in your bum. I mean, the first few times that I did this, I really couldn't find the places, but you really have to just sink back and try and find where those are, because if you're not, then the stretch isn't doing what it should be. And for the internal rotation, you'll see that I'm using a kettlebell to block my foot, so that basically I'm putting my knee, most of the pressure is going down into my knee, and then from there the foot is going out, and really that's how you want to stretch your leg. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my mobility, and just leave me some comments down below on what you thought about it.